What happens when the loudest man in the room meets his quieter, wealthier, more strategic competition? One has Bugattis and viral rants. The other has spreadsheets, real companies, and 100 and plus exits. Both speak to men who are tired of being average, but they do it in completely different ways. Today we're asking, is Alex Hormozi the next Andrew Tate, but smarter? This is a comparison that's been bubbling beneath the surface, and it's time we break it down. Because whether you follow Hormozi's gym to VC pipeline or Tate's flashy top G persona, both men are shaping how millions of young men define power, wealth, masculinity, and purpose. So what makes Hormozi different? And could he actually be the better model for high-value men in 2025? Let's find out. Let's set the stage. Andrew Tate blew up by speaking directly to men's dissatisfaction. He said what no one else would. He challenged modern weakness, called out systems, and offered a path forward, complete with status symbols, private jets, and male bravado. Alex Hormozi, total opposite delivery, but similar target. Where Tate screams, Hormozi explains. Where Tate flexes, Hormozi builds. Where Tate talks about being a man, Hormozi shows you how to become one. He rose through brick-and-mortar gyms, scaled multiple companies, sold gym launch for tens of millions, and now runs acquisition.com, building and acquiring businesses that generate real revenue, not clickbait. No flash, no Lambos, no controversy, just money, systems, and mental frameworks that make men more powerful. If Tate is the rallying cry for disobedient masculinity, Hormozi is the operating manual for strategic dominance. And in 2025, that's exactly what high-level men are looking for. Let's talk reach. Tate became one of the most Googled men in the world. He hacked TikTok, blew up overnight, created Hustlers University, got banned, then replatformed, and stayed viral every step of the way. Hormozi, no drama, no bans, just steady ascension. His podcast consistently ranks among the top for business. His videos do millions of views on YouTube. He's been on nearly every major entrepreneur podcast, from My First Million to Chris Williamson to Impulsive, and he's doing it without any personal scandal. More importantly, his message is compoundable. You don't just watch Hormozi for entertainment, you build with it. It's plug-and-play mental software for building money, discipline, and personal power. This is what makes Hormozi lethal. He doesn't demand your loyalty like Tate. He earns your trust by solving problems. And in the long game, trust virality. Tate and Hormozi are playing in the same arena, but appealing to very different versions of the modern man. Tate speaks to the man who feels emasculated, who's tired of weakness, who wants to fight back with fire. He's angry, bold, confrontational. He offers identity, top G. He gives you scripts, lifestyle cues, and that intoxicating feeling of I'm back in control. Hormozi, on the other hand, speaks to the man who wants systems, who wants power over chaos, who wants to build something real. He doesn't offer rage, he offers clarity. Tate says, escape the matrix. Hormozi says, outwork the matrix, then buy it. If you're 19, broke and angry, Tate feels right. If you're 28, building a business and serious, Hormozi becomes your North Star. This is where it gets interesting. Because both men are masculine, but in opposite expressions. Tate is status-heavy, emotion-suppressing, dominance-driven. Think testosterone on full blast. Bugattis, big shades, big talk. Hormozi is stoic, process-oriented, no frills. No watches, no jewelry, no drama. Just reps, work, spreadsheets, meetings, assets, and 16-hour days. Tate plays offense in your face. Hormozi plays chess 10 moves ahead. And while Tate gets more attention, Hormozi gets more respect from high-level men. Founders, operators, investors, builders. Because Hormozi's masculinity is rooted in delayed gratification. He delayed lifestyle inflation for a decade. He reinvests everything. He's not trying to flex. He's trying to compound. If you want to look at alpha for Instagram, follow Tate. If you want to become alpha for the next 30 years, follow Hormozi. Here's where Hormozi starts dominating. 1. Clarity of thinking. His YouTube channel isn't motivational fluff. It's filled with practical, mental rewiring. His frameworks like skill stacking, volume before velocity, or play long games with long-term people are actionable, not catchy, effective. 2. Reputation in the real world. Hormozi didn't just build an audience, he built businesses. Gym Launch scaled hundreds of gyms. Acquisition.com is working with businesses doing over 100 million revenue. He's respected by actual business killers, not just TikTok followers. 3. Content that ages well. His podcast episodes from 2 years ago are still being used by founders. Because it's timeless game. It's principle-based, not trend-chasing. 4. He lives at Hormozi, still lives in the trenches. Still works 12-plus-hour days. No private island. No early retirement. No influencer creator life. He's obsessed. That's what men respect. Compare that to Tate, who's charismatic, entertaining, but increasingly caught up in court cases, scandals, and online feuds. Men are realizing that Hormozi isn't just preaching discipline, he's mastered it. Let's be fair. Tate still wins when it comes to movement building. He inspires identity, rebellion, and brotherhood. That's powerful, especially for young men who feel isolated and ashamed of their masculine instincts. Tate is the voice of resistance. He'll teach you not to apologize, to push back against weak culture, to reclaim strength. And for some men, that's the first step they need before they're ready to focus, systemize, and build. So in a way, Tate wakes them up. Hormozi shows them what to do next. That's the real power dynamic. This isn't about who's better. It's about where you are in your journey. If you're angry, broken, stuck in a system that's lied to you, Tate's voice may be the one that shakes you awake. But if you're ready to build real skills, real wealth, real freedom, you need Hormozi. Here's how to think about it. Tate is the fire. Hormozi is the forge. Tate reminds you that you're a man. Hormozi shows you how to become one worth following. Tate breaks your old mindset. Hormozi installs a new one. So if you're in your 20s or 30s, trying to figure out where to direct your energy, use Tate to reclaim your backbone. Then use Hormozi to build your empire. Let's talk action. You want to live like Hormozi? Here's what that looks like. 1. Obsess over skill, not image. You don't need to look rich. You need to become competent. Learn how to sell, manage, analyze, and lead. Men who do this are recession-proof. 2. Wake up with a plan. Hormozi doesn't wake up and see how the day goes. His life is structured around output. He tracks hours worked like calories. Start with 8 hours, measure it, track it, improve it. 3. Delay lifestyle flexing. Don't buy the car. Don't take the fake vacation. Reinvest in yourself and in assets that grow. Hormozi famously wore the same tank tops and shorts for years while scaling to $100. 4. Be useful. Hormozi always says, be so good they can't ignore you. Become the man people want around because you solve problems, not because you post cool pics. 5. Read like a madman. This guy's read thousands of books, not to be smart, but to get better. Don't just consume content, study it. You do these 5 things, you're not just a Hormozi fan, you're building a legacy. So is Alex Hormozi the next Andrew Tate, but smarter? In many ways, yes. Because while Tate broke the internet, Hormozi is building something that will outlast it. And if you're serious about money, masculinity, and real long-term dominance, you need to stop looking for hype and start building foundations. Tate is the flame. Hormozi is the blueprint. You want both, but you need to graduate to the second one if you ever want to win the long game. If you're ready to become that kind of man, subscribe to Chad Guys right now. We don't just hype up power, we build it. You're not here to watch winners, you're here to become one. We'll see you in the next one.